A huge welcome to this incredibly happy occasion. I formally declare this congregation of the University of Portsmouth open. Please be seated.
Chancellor, my University Board, Executive Board colleagues, heads of schools, members of the University of Portsmouth community, colleagues, distinguished guests, graduates, parents, family and friends. I'm delighted to be here with you today on this important occasion in our graduates' lives and careers. To each of you, I offer my congratulations. What you have achieved in completing a degree qualification is a significant educational accomplishment. Regardless of your chosen field of study, graduation signifies the culmination of several years of hard work on your part. While today is a celebration of your efforts, I might also add that it's a time for us to thank our academic and professional staff who have been absolutely committed to helping you achieve your learning goals. Finally, I thank the family and friends, employers, colleagues, and mentors who have also played an important role in the success of each graduate. You can all be justly proud of your efforts. At this juncture, I think it's appropriate that you, our graduates, should stand up and with a warm round of applause, join me in thanking your family and friends who are here today. So please be upstanding. Come on, I think we could show a bit more enthusiasm for everything they've done for you. That's it. Thank you. While this is a day of celebration, it's also an occasion that represents a point of departure from studying at the University of Portsmouth to a new stage where you have the opportunity to make your mark in the community, whether it is at the local, regional, or indeed global level, given that we are such a global university. The university has endeavored to instill in you a body of knowledge and a set of qualities that will prepare you for your future life. However, the true value of your University of Portsmouth education lies in how you transfer this knowledge for the greater good of your communities. On that note, allow me to reflect on the importance of this body of knowledge and the value of a university education to connect more directly and boldly with the large questions of our time. We live in times of great economic, political, and cultural change, and the challenge today is to take the best of our insights, experiences, and knowledge, and then turn them into actions in order to improve people's lives and prospects. In response to these prevailing pressures of our times, let me remind you about the purpose of higher education. For me, it's about self-fulfillment, personal development, and the pursuit of knowledge as an end in itself, the provision of skills of critical analysis and independent thought to support full participation in civil society, the preparation of leaders for diverse global environments, and support for a highly productive and professional labor force. More importantly, these sentiments must be contextualized against the backdrop of globalization and the internationalization of education. This has inevitably meant the significant movement of students, academics, and programs across national and cultural boundaries, rendering the world a global village. At 23 years of age this year, the University of Portsmouth is one of the top 50 of the world's top 100 universities under 50 years of age, according to the Times Higher Education Rankings of 2015. In addition, we're among the top 2% of universities worldwide, according to the Times Higher Education Rankings. And your university is on the move, with the Telegraph newspaper reporting in April that we are one of 5 universities in the UK to watch. These are remarkable achievements that we are very proud of, and we hope you are too. We at the university remain aspirational, energetic, and committed to change and success, ensuring an enduring partnership with each of you. There's little doubt that the knowledge, skills, and values that you have developed during your University of Portsmouth studies will help you become leaders within your community into the future. We want you to be successful because your successes and achievements will reflect well upon your university, and of course, the successes of the university will reflect well on you. I urge you to use your new credentials from the university to good effect. We live in particularly unsettling times where the world is facing problems of enormous gravity, but we also inhabit a planet where there's an unprecedented connection between peoples, more than at any other epoch. We're interdependent on people we have never encountered. The colossal issues and problems we face, economic, environmental, religious, and political, are truly global in their scope. They have no hope of being solved unless people once distant come together and cooperate in ways they have not done before. As our most recent graduates, you will undoubtedly bring a unique perspective to these issues and their impact on our communities. I have no doubt that it is amongst our newest graduates that the solutions to some of our most challenging and intractable problems will be found. As Drew Faust, the president of Harvard, has observed, he said, higher learning can offer individuals and societies a depth and breadth of vision absent from the inevitably myopic present. Human beings need meaning, understanding, and perspective as well as jobs. The question should not be whether we can afford to believe in such purposes in these times, but whether we can afford not to. As we celebrate your achievements, we're also looking to the future and the phenomenal potential that you have to benefit your community. Your study has empowered you to cultivate strong roots within your community and to allow you to maintain links with local issues and struggles, whilst realizing that these will be inextricably linked to global imperatives. Together, we're on the way to shaping the future. Futures are forged by choices we make today and the way we decide to transfer knowledge that we have acquired and to make our own ripples throughout the world. Today is just the beginning of a lifelong relationship with your university as members of an international community of Portsmouth graduates. Please make use of excellent alumni association and keep in touch as you continue a journey throughout life. Continue to live by the values of your university in all that you do. Be responsible, be open, be passionate, be ambitious in all that you do. Never settle for second best. It's been an honor for me to address you on a day in which you celebrate one of life's great milestones. Your family and friends have supported your ambition, drive, and focus. I wish you every success and encourage you to be bold and give back to the very communities that have not only sustained you, but have enabled you to shape a better future for all of us. Thank you. I certify that all those presented at this ceremony have successfully completed their studies and have satisfied all the conditions and requirements of the university.
By the authority of the university, I confirm that all those who are duly qualified are hereby admitted to the awards for which they are presented.
Chancellor, I present to you the following successful candidates for the award of Bachelor of Science in Sport and Exercise Science. Nana Asante. Gurmukh Barma. Kiran Brown. George Butt. Hannah Lee Capon. Demi Carter. Marcus Collier. Jack Collins. Natasha Connor. Ashley Crofts. Charlie Cutler. Mobolaji Duadu. Marianne Delamere. Rosie Dutton. Luke Dwyer. Ben Edwards. Richard Fortnum. Cameron Glynn. Samantha Groves. Daniel Haynes. Rachel Hayden. Abigail Hewitt. Stephen Howden. Ben Hunt. With first class honours, Joel Jennings. Liam Duran. With first class honours, Jake Kello. Danielle Kidd. With first class honours, Lily Knowles. Tse Ho Kong. With first class honours, Simon Landrum. Andrew Laws. Jodie Lawson. Nicola Lee. Natasha Lewis. Justin Marks. Josh Mitchell. With first class honours, Jane Morton. Thomas Nash. Barvin Nai. Adam Neal. With first class honours, Catherine Owen. Luke Parker. With first class honours, Ben Piper. Charlie Quigley. Summit Ray. Johnny Reigate. Elliot Shaw. Liam Squire. Tom Stanley. With first class honours, Alice Hewson. Jack Valla. With first class honours, Thomas Waddell. Holly Walker. Tom Walker. With first class honours, Lawrence Warren West. With first class honours, Jake Watson. James West. Connor Wheeler. Lauren Williamson. With first class honours, Ricky Wilson. With first class honours, Jade Wood. Joe Young. For Bachelor of Science in Sports Business Management, Jackie Fock. Ivalo Ivanov. Charlie Tang. For Bachelor of Science in Sports Development, Shanil Abdulli. Jordan Bockling. Joseph Brooks. Jamie Coleman. Rufus Devine. Robert Gickwell. Ali Kemp. Pavelis Langvenus. With first class honours, Amy Mitchell. Oliver O'Gorman. With first class honours, Amy Purton. Sam Tucker. With first class honours, Matthew Wigg. For Bachelor of Science in Sports Science and Management, Jovi Learn. James Ramsey. For Master of Science in Clinical Exercise Science, Charlotte Corson. Andreas Epifaniou. With distinction, Claire Francis. With distinction, Christine McBride. With distinction, Natalie Stewart. For Master of Science in Sport and Exercise Psychology, William Bell. Julia De Keseret. Lena Kessler. Katie Nichols. Louise Robbins. Nicole Wiggins. For Master of Science in Sports Management, Daniela Viqueira. Isabel Rothon. For Master of Science in Sports Performance, with distinction, Jake Butterworth. With distinction, Rory Butterworth. Dominic Cranford. Richard Cumner. Nicholas Desnos. Ryan Evans. Pontus Christopher Holmstrom. George Laney. Alexander Newman. Lee Spindlow. Luke Stone. Helen Tamlin. Doctor of Philosophy, and for a programme of research in Elite Association Football Referee Training and Officiating, a comparative analysis of refereeing practices in 3 European leagues, Thomas Webb.
Chancellor, I present to you the following successful candidates for the award of Bachelor of Science in Biochemistry. Zahara Al-Kabandi. Courtney Bartley. With first-class honours, Madeline Cargill. Guy Crick. With first-class honours, Francesca David. With first-class honours, Megan Duffy. Luke Fegan. Joseph Flight. Connor Gibson. With first-class honours, Robert Grinstead. Sajen Gerestein. With first-class honours, Aglia Jovaraskaiti. Ian Kelly. With first-class honours, Poppy Leggett. With first-class honours, Daniela Lopez Cardoso. With first-class honours, Ellen Mappely. Marius McCarthy. Siobhan McGeer. With first-class honours, Abasufian Meyer. Francesca Meeson. With first-class honours, Katie Moore. Timothy Morris. With first-class honours, Masood Narusi. With first-class honours, Claire Osborne. Eric Simaniai. Tom Stevens. Ryan Sugg. Francis Vilos. Emma Watkinson. Katie Marie Waygood. Bachelor of Science in Biology with first class honours, Iman Ushka. Shannon Ben. With first class honours, William Bennett. Megan Broderick. Dan Brown. Hannah Collard. With first class honours, Louisa Ems. Ethan Everington. Lucy Finch. With first class honours, Rebecca Fritter. Michael Hicks. Sean Hodgson Kilroy. Yagu Jallo. Jack Kendall. With first class honours, Ricky Knowlton. With first class honours, Claire Lamb. With first class honours, Ian Lee. With first class honours, Daniel Lorenko. With first class honours, Lauren Lucas. Lonnie Mayhew. With first class honours, Adam McCarthy. Zoe Munday. Sophie Niblock. Max O'Connor. Fleur Outridge. Francesca Pike. Leanna Rule. With first class honours, Simea Rosso. With first class honours, Lucas Scaradella. Will Smith. Sophocleus. Lauren Staples. Kendall Studd. Grant Summerhays. Adam Terring. With first class honours, Emily Tribert. Pooja Verma. Alex Waite. With first class honours, Buki Yusel. Bachelor of Science in Marine Biology. With first class honours, Hannah Amor. Jake Barnes. Kate Briggs. Alex Burden. Patrick Burwash. Naomi Campbell. Rumabid Zai Shevene. Hannah Cockerton. Shula Cowley. Daniel Crawshaw. Dominique Dignam. Patricia Easterby. Siri Everton. Clarissa Freeth. Daniel Greeman. Elizabeth Gunner. Claire Hands. Luke Helmer. Rebecca Hearn. Lauren Hiller. Rebecca Hills. Matthew Holmes. Aaron Hughes. With first class honours, Rhiannon Hunt. Miranda Jackson. With first class honours, Owen Jenkins. Rory Kellett. Freddie Kibblewhite Pounds. With first class honours, Jess Lancaster. Daisy Latter. Samuel Manning. Philip Marler. With first class honours, Laura Marshall. With first class honours, Amy Martin. Lucy MacLeod. Sarah Meek. Annie Moya. Ainsley Nash. Shannon O'Gearan. With first class honours, Tim Packyer. Heather Rains. Charlotte Rickwood. Nick Rogers. Jonathan Stockdale. Jason Storer. Laura Tippin. Millie Trussler. Lilith Wallace. Catherine Watts. Matthew Worthington. Master of Research in Science. With distinction, Melissa Anderton. Ryan Badham. With distinction, Banishun Balansefupathy. With distinction, Jason Erlandson. With distinction, Rebecca Fewings. With distinction, Christopher Gooch. With distinction, Caroline Masterman-Smith. Christian Orr. James Richardson. With distinction, Nicholas Grace. With distinction, Daniel Thomas. With distinction, Natalie Cox. Master of Science in Applied Aquatic Biology, Alexander Moon. Master of Philosophy, for a programme research in phenotypic selection analysis of flower morphology and pollination function of a British wildflower, Epilobium angustifolium, Rebecca Lenehan. For a programme research in studies of Lagonophorides, Tadistali, and other ciliate protozoa on the exoskeleton of the marine amphipod, Echinogammarus marinus, Robert Mansurge. For a programme research in the effect of pollen origin and pollen load on the stigmas of the female reproductive success of Dalchampia species, Andrew Terry. Doctor of Philosophy, for a programme of research in the effects of histone modifications on chromatin regulation, John Cashman. For a programme research in an assessment of the impacts of chronic exposure of copper and zinc on the polychaete Nereis virens using an integrated exotoxicological approach, Jennifer Pinney.
Chancellor, I present to you Iman Ashkar to respond to the University on behalf of all the graduates.
Chancellor, good morning, fellow graduates, friends, family, staff, and faculty. I am honored to be speaking to you today on this occasion. I would first like to congratulate all of the graduates on successfully completing your degrees. It is an amazing achievement and one that not only you, but also your friends and families should be extraordinarily proud of. I have often found that at university, it is not about being the smartest or the cleverest student, or the student that seems to effortlessly succeed in their studies. It is about a strong work ethic, dedication, and passion. I am sure you will agree that with hard work and perseverance, we can proudly stand here today and demonstrate that it was enough. So again, I congratulate you for working at your best to be presented here today, no matter the obstacles or hours upon hours of lectures, or forcing yourself to wake up for that 9 a.m. lab, yet still turning up ready and prepared. I am proud of us for reaching this point where we can finally say that our hard work has paid off. Nevertheless, we could not have made it here today without the support and guidance of the faculty and staff of the University of Portsmouth. Much of what we have accomplished these past few years has stemmed from the help of the lecturers, staff members, project supervisors, and laboratory technicians, but also from the help of our fellow postgraduate students. For many of us, they have acted as mentors and supervisors, organizing workshops and tutorials throughout the years, offering valuable help and guidance. They have all provided us with the professional and personal skills that will sustain us going forward in our careers, whether that is continuing on to postgraduate education or straight into the industry. Due to their tireless efforts, we have mastered everything from interpreting journal articles, creating scientific posters, statistically analyzing laboratory data, and for some of us, even conducting our own research and writing research grants. Their passion and enthusiasm captured our interest and allowed us to hone in on where our passion truly lies. From them, we had the opportunity to explore the versatility of science, from occupational physiology to conservation to genomics and molecular medicine. Our graduation today is merely a beginning, and because of the faculty, we have a firm foundation for what lies ahead of us after today. For that, we are eternally grateful. So on behalf of my fellow graduates, I would like to thank the University of Portsmouth, both the Department of Sport and Exercise Science and School of Biological Sciences, the lecturing staff and administration, and of course our friends and family for your patience, support, and love. As you marvel at your loved ones' accomplishments here today, probably wondering where the years have gone, for many of us, I am sure we feel a deep sense of appreciation to you, encouraging us to continue on, no matter how overwhelmed we may have felt at times. Finally, once again, congratulations. I wish all the new graduates good luck in your future endeavors. Thank you.
Well, look at you, you're graduates. How great is that? Come on, let's hear it for you. Fantastic. Woo! So one of the great privileges of being Chancellor, apart from, being allowed to dress up as a wizard, is that I get to pass on a few words at graduation. Now, for the mature graduates, I doubt I can be very helpful. You have already made the brilliant decision to continue your education, and I applaud you for it. You are an inspiration to us all. Let's hear it for the mature graduates today. For the brilliant young people graduating today, the first thing I would say to you is that you are brilliant young people, and don't let anyone in the older generation tell you otherwise. I have great faith in you and can only apologize for the many messes my generation has been responsible for. Do you know, improving your mind ought to be a fundamental right, but there are millions of children across the world who are prevented from going to school every day. We don't know exactly, but there's about 775 million illiterate adults worldwide, with women representing two-thirds of them. I'm sure lots of you in the news last week saw a fantastically affecting picture of a 9-year-old boy called Daniel Cabrera, who lives in the central Philippines. And Daniel's family live in extreme poverty. He was seen trying to do his homework on a wooden stool placed close to a McDonald's window so he could catch the light from the shop. That is determination. And the truth is, you are already among the world's elite in terms of schooling that you have received. So what are you going to do with this great position that you find yourselves in? Well, there are a couple of things I would suggest to you. First of all, and most importantly to me, be passionate. Love with all your hearts, for life is nothing without passion. Be passionate about those you love, about what you do. Please promise me, if you ever find yourself bored rigid in a job, leave. Find anything else to do. And don't stay with a partner just because you are scared to be alone. You deserve better. Being passionate means that sometimes you're going to have to stand up, okay, and participate in what happens in the world. Today, July the 15th, 2015, is a very big day for you. It is the day you begin to take your place in the world, as others have done before you. and lots of others have. It was today in 1858 that the great suffragette Emmeline Pankhurst was born. She was one of the great people of the 20th century who shook society into a new pattern from which there was no going back. I mean, it's hard to imagine. She was once refused permission to join the Independent Labour Party because she was a woman. She was imprisoned many times for her protests in favour of women being allowed to vote. She was force-fed in the most brutal manner, and her health suffered, but she battled on. Imagine her courage. So if you see a problem in the world, locally, just around you, or on a grander stage, don't leave it up to someone else to solve. Think about Emmeline Pankhurst and step forward. And if you care about things, sometimes you're going to have to get angry. A couple of years ago, there were protests in London by students about the appalling increase in university fees, which the younger generation has suffered. And my son was 16 at the time, and he phoned me to ask me if he could participate. And I said to him, darling, here's the key thing you need to learn about protesting. You don't ask your mother, you just get on with it. So while you fight for what you believe in, I urge you something else. Allow room for doubt, okay? Don't be so extreme in your views that you don't allow space for the thought of others. I hope very much that the one thing you have learned in your time here is that there are many ways to solve or view the same problem. And being so certain that you are right about something fails to allow for the possibility that someone else might have an even better idea. Cooperation and conciliation are what help us to survive. So consider how you interact with the world. This week, as it happens, is the 9th birthday of Twitter, one of the largest social media platforms in the world. Now, I don't tweet, but I'm not at all against all the fantastic technological developments for how we communicate. But here is my advice. Try and be of the moment. What does that mean? Well, instead of texting and tweeting people who you are not with that you are having a wonderful time, try having a wonderful time with the people that you are actually with. And for the younger ones amongst you, sometimes that may even be your parents. And now that you are officially grown up, you may be shocked to discover there's more to them than you thought. And here's a radical idea: maybe even stop taking pictures of yourself long enough to admire the view. So completely crazy. Here's a tiny sidebar. When eventually you have kids of your own, there is a very useful rule of thumb I would pass on. Never have more kids than you have car windows. It's just parents, well done. When we heard that baby crying, did it not bring you back to those hideous years? And you thought, wow, this was quick, we got here. A quick note to you, parents. There may also be more to your kids than you thought. And you will soon discover this, as even children with degrees are unlikely to leave home. So good luck with that. What else? Beauty. Oh my goodness, you all look so beautiful today. And that's because it's a happy day and because you're young. The bad news, it's not going to last, okay? Boys, your hair will go. Girls, you don't even want to know what's going to go. Here is the good news. The world is a beautiful place, and your store of knowledge, even with a degree, is only in its infancy. There are so many wonderful books to read, paintings to admire, and music to get lost in, and I envy you the journey ahead. Trust me, don't chase fame. It is fleeting, to say the least. It was today in 1606 that the Dutch painter Rembrandt was born, one of the greatest painters and printmakers in European art, certainly the most important in Dutch history. He was a genius. He became famous fantastically quickly. The last Rembrandt that sold at auction went for more than £20 million. But the world is fickle. He died a pauper and was buried in an unmarked grave, and 20 years later, his bones were dug up and destroyed. Fame is overrated. But find a balance. Don't dwell on your failures either. I have them all the time. You only have to look on the television channel Dave to see them. And they occur so that we can learn from them. If you are running a race and fall over a stick, standing and staring at the stick is not going to help you finish the race. Have the guts to take part. You are part of a great human history. Learn from those who have gone before you and do enough for those who come after that everyone was grateful that you were here. And sometimes rough things will happen, but you can get through them. So I think about Beethoven. Probably his Ode to Joy is my favorite piece of music. It comes from the Ninth Symphony. It is a work of genius. By the time the symphony was ready to be performed, Beethoven had gone deaf. What a fantastic irony in life. He's the one person who never heard it. Nevertheless, on the night of the premiere, he was seen running through the streets of Vienna shouting, "Grab life by the throat." Do that, for that is the best advice of all. Be proactive, be positive, and dear God, be passionate. Go change the world. I know you have it in you, and it certainly wants doing. Many congratulations. I formally declare this congregation of the University of Portsmouth closed. Please be upstanding.